Okay. Hey guys, welcome back everybody to my channel. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've postponed the weekly vlog so as to be able to make this hopefully quick tutorial. And as you can see by the title, I will be helping you guys progress in making your videos better in post-production by adding a little something to your titles or text so that they are more interesting or animating. So if you're using DaVinci Resolve 14 or the public beta of version 15, which I am, then this tutorial will by all means apply to you. As you guys have probably already seen in my vlogs, I really like to animate my text or make it jump, slide, bounce all over the screen. So, how can you do this? But first of all, let's quickly show you an example of how I did this in vlog number 6. Okay, so as you guys can see that I intended for the text to move along with the truck, and then the next text to move quickly with that car. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys how to do in this tutorial. Now keep in mind that if you are going to do this with a color behind the text, then you might want to color grade your clips first, otherwise it might turn a blue into a purple. Okay. Now, once you're in DaVinci, make sure you have your clips cut it down and in the timeline. And then next, what you want to do is grab a text box or what, and then put it into wherever you want it to start. So let's play this and find out where I'm going to have it to start. Right there, just after the truck is parked. So type in whatever you want, and then pick the font. And then downsize it. I'm going to zoom up here with our mouse wheel, downsize it to where you want it. Now it's hard to drag and drop where you want it to go. So now we've got to go into the inspector tab. The video tab. So we're just going to downsize a little. You can change the tracking as well to make it not look so boxy. Just move this up to see it a little better. Yeah, I think around there is good, and then we'll go into video. Now this is where the magic happens. So to make text animate, we're going to be really relying entirely on this inspector tab, but also keyframes, because every frame in a video is going to be edited for the text so that it moves along. Like, it looks butter smooth, but really it's just every frame is a new piece of text. So let's move this down, change the, no, sorry, not the zoom. Let's quickly reset that. The X position and the Y position. Now, okay, so this is a little big. So let's go back into the text tab and change the size. Maybe change the tracking a little more. There we go. And then also, because this picture is kind of on an angle, we're going to change the rotation a little as well. Around there, move it back up a bit. The Y position. Okay, now you have to really look at how far the letter H is away from the back, because you don't want it to be like one time here and then in the next frame it's like too close, so it doesn't look like the text is stuck to the truck. So you want to keep in mind, you can really just eyeball it because it's so fast, it's a time lapse, they're not really going to tell, but you do want to, try and make it look good. So now back into video, and what we're going to do is hit the keyframe on transform. Now if you hit it up here, this will transform everything that you do. If you just hit the transform button on zoom, then it would just change the zoom. It wouldn't change the Y position or the X position once you've hit keyframes, once you've hit to the next frame on your right hand cursor on the keyboard, sorry. So what we're going to do now is keyframe it entirely and find where the truck moves. So at the moment there's no truck moving, so you can just continually press your right your right D, so it has like forward, back, left, and right. Just hit the right until the truck starts to move. So around, zoom out a bit, around there, okay? So let's go back to where it's not moving at all. 1, 2, and the next one he moves. So here is where we're gonna have to start working. Alright, so here he is, it's fine. Next frame over, it moves. So how far over do we have to move it? Let's quickly measure this just by eyeballing it. Alright, so it's just about there. Now we grab the X position, and we're just going to slide it to the left. I think it's around there. Right? Next frame, moves another bit. There. Just keep eyeballing it. Next frame. There. Next frame. There. Let's quickly zoom out a bit. Next frame. Oops. Wait, what just happened? Okay. So we're going to have to change that again. If you stuff it up, you just go back a frame. Figure out. So that looks good. Moves over there. Okay, so see how it moved there? And it didn't move there. So we're going to have to quickly change that again. This is what I mean, how it can be a real timely thing. Oh, by the way, we're going to have to drag this text over more. So now we might have to fully change it again. Find where the frame where it starts to move. Car goes by. Boom. So yeah, looks pretty good. It's actually moved not a lot. It's moved not enough, sorry. So let's quickly move it over a little bit more, about there. And then a little bit more, about there. More, there. Okay. So, boom. This is where it kind of like, you see how the clip is kind of rotated because of the wide angle of the GoPro. So now, in this one, we're going to have to move it up a little. And then across. And you can also play with the yaw, because that can make it look, I can make it stick a lot as well. But I tend not to play with that just because sometimes it can look weird after a couple of frames. Because it's going so fast, it might look weird. Okay, back to, see what I mean, how this can take a while. Alright, next frame. Okay, so we're gonna have to change that. Boom. Let's move that over there. And then boom. Don't worry if it goes in front of like the gas station pillars, because of its time lapse, they're not gonna notice. Be careful to, remember to change the Y position as well, because as I said, the wide angle lens makes it look kind of on an angle. Now we're gonna move it again, and really it's just this: go keyframes, frame by frame, just keep changing it, eyeballing it. Okay, and then after that, just chuck it out of the thing. And see, as it doesn't matter if it's like still in the timeline because it's not in the frame. So let's go back and watch that. So now, see how it's gradually moving? I don't know if you guys saw that. See how it kind of moves there? Now, that's what I mean, how this can take hours, because sometimes you have to go back frame by frame and change the position. See how it's moving here in the X position, even though the truck isn't moving? That is the problem that I've had before. So, if it's 130 there, it needs to stay 130, right? It should stay 130 until it just starts to move. So it should stay to 130 right until there. See how it's going up to 144? So I'm going to go quickly minus 130, enter, and hopefully that changes every single one. Yeah, see how it stays in that position now? So you just go to the last frame. You don't have to go through every single frame to change 130. I've made that mistake before, and I think that's why it's taken me hours. I realized that you can just go to the last frame where it should be 130, and then it changes to the next keyframe, and just change that one back, and then it'll change all the previous incorrections, if you guys understand me. So let's take one more look at that. And boom. Text animated.
Okay guys, I'm pretty sure that about sums up this tutorial. If you have any more questions, or if you didn't understand anything, trust me, I understand the Australian accent is pretty strong. Trying to lose it as quick as possible. Anyway, if you have any questions that you would like to know, or any points that you didn't get, let me know what other tutorials that you'd like to see, whether it's in DaVinci Resolve, or even how to shoot a vlog or anything on a GoPro. Let me know down in the comment section below. Go check out Seth's channel because he has really good tutorials as well on DaVinci Resolve. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure that about does it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.